Hello everybody, welcome to another video, and in today's video we're going to be talking about Hysilens. So Hysilens is going to be a new supportive character for the DOT, and hopefully she's able to amplify DOT to an OP level, right? So for the first skill that she does, let's first go through her passive. Her passive is that whenever she uses skill, second skill, or ultimate, she's able to apply DOT with any of those abilities, right? And then the first skill, she just it's just the basic attack that applies the DOT. The second skill, it applies vulnerability, which means they take more damage, right? And for her ultimate, it creates a field where enemies within that field it reduces their defenses, makes them take more damage from Hysilens' physical DOT. Hopefully, with these abilities in mind, she can amplify the whole DOT genre, I guess. Yeah. Okay. As for everything that you need to build her, you'll find it here. I just wanted to talk about how to build her, because I feel like a lot of people will go into this thinking that the best way to build her is with applying as much speed as possible, because she goes as often as possible, therefore she's able to apply more debuffs, which makes sense. I feel like that is fine if you don't have Kafka, because because you need someone to detonate the damage. That's what Kafka does. That's what she's very good at. So having a Kafka that's really fast, and like a Hysilens that has like attack on body and on boots, attack boots and attack body, would be very beneficial, because that amplifies the damage. Even though she's very slow, that's fine as long as Kafka can go as often as possible. But I think for whenever you're not, or you do not have Kafka, I think that going for the speed build is probably more beneficial for her. Let's move on to her best teams. These are not the only teams that I could make up. I think there's many iterations of these teams that you could make, right? You can put him anywhere else and it'll be fine, right? These are the teams that I could come up with, and you can mix and match whichever characters you like. As for the support characters, it doesn't really matter who you use. I think preferably you would want to use Ho-Ho, because Ho-Ho is able to amplify the attack that the whole team gets, which we know DOT benefits heavily from, right? And also you're able to have a lot of energy, because she generates a lot of energy for your team, so therefore you're able to ult as often as possible. So that's really good. So this is why I like this team. This is like the premium team. Not a lot of people will have this, right? Obviously, but this is like my recommended #1 team that you should have. I think we all know how these two work together. If you don't, Kafka just goes around amplifying, like she applies the DOT and Kafka just detonates it. And also this is with Hysilens now being released, she just she is also an additional amplification of the DOT. She just applies DOT and then Kafka detonates it. It's pretty much the same, it's just she amplifies the damage more and applies more DOT than Black Swan. And Ho-Ho, like I said, with Ho-Ho, she provides sustain, but also the biggest thing is the attack and energy regeneration. So let's go to the free-to-play teams. I made two just to make sure that you can like mix and match between the two iteration of it. I think these both work fine. I will say though, these two teams, like the damage difference between these two and these two is going to be massive, depending on how good she is. If she is like super good, I think the damage it won't be too much, but like if she isn't as good, she just amplifies this team. I think this team, the difference between these two teams is going to be massive. But I just wanted to keep that in mind. But yeah, with these two teams, Servo acts as a detonator, so she plays the role of Kafka here, and Gwynifen she plays the role of Black Swan. Even though she does do a lot of damage, you're just putting her here to apply the DOT that the team will need, just as much as Sampo. You know, this is why I was saying like these two teams are similar. The DPS detonate to detonate the DOT. That's why these two are here, and then these two are to apply the DOT, and also Hysilens. And like I said, with the sustain, you could put Ho-Ho, you could put Gallagher, you could put Natasha. Honestly, you could put anyone, and it should be fine as long as like you benefit from something. You know, don't put Fushuan. I guess you could, but like you don't benefit from too much from Fushuan, so I recommend like going for anybody that like helps with something, right? Either an attack buff, or does some damage, or something like that. And also this is like my last recommended team is the Kafka last team. So for this team, as for people that do not have Kafka, I know something that I never realized is a lot of people didn't have Kafka but have Black Swan, which to me it doesn't make sense. It was very surprising to realize that people didn't have Kafka but had Black Swan. I guess maybe you liked her, so yeah, this is for the people that do not have Kafka. She, like Servo here, her role is to is just as much as Kafka's. It's just to detonate the DOTs. I will say the damage drop off is very massive, especially with after Kafka got buffed, right? Because Kafka now does so much to detonate. Because before she used her skill to detonate, right? And only that, now she detonates with everything. So it's like her damage is so much more. And also like Servo isn't like buffed, so she isn't able to detonate as much as Kafka, but she is very viable as well. So it's not bad, but it should be decent. Yeah, it's pretty much the team itself pretty much works the same. You just switch Kafka. So yeah, that's it for today's video. I hope you guys liked the video. If you did like the video, and hopefully for whoever is going to pull for Hysilens is going to enjoy her. And I'm pretty much looking forward to her because I really think she's like the big change that we needed, Hopefully she is as strong as possible so she can amplify this teams and like this DOT and make the teams better. But yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.